The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Mike 42. I don't think you got it.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike, it's been a long day for you. Let's go. Get it.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit him with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something, how would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. And this one completes to Smith. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First and 10.
Come on, set, 90, Wolf. Mike 42.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Complete. Smith has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. He'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out, that's complete. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
That guy kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A good pickup there at 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to...
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jordan Evans came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield now from the 50. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Set,
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Packers 14, Bengals 7.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Pick it up. Let's go.
On second down, here's Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Get in the right room. Hey, exit. Start Mike 42.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. There he goes, right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Yeah.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, Mayfield. Complete, it's Johnson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Number 16, out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Mayfield with it once more. And that's complete to Adams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. A draw play for Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Bravo!
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a
Snap.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Mike 53. Hey,
Twist on travel.
kill.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Oh, how about this on first and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They're going to look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk to the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught here by Adams. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield to throw it. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Oh, definitely a little bit of disappointment there, because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
Mayfield down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even
touchdown, Packers! Jay Sternberger, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense. And that's their first of this 2nd half. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this throw caught left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
180. Let's go one more.
Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously cost them.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Mayfield on first down. Making the catch is Sternberger. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now Jones. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. On second and goal, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Slap, 61, match box, white, 10. Check three. Shoot.
From the gun, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the Packers' 38-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Second and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 4.
42's the Mike.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16. Second and long. Incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kenny Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Andrew Billings busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
It's our time. Recon, 132 fighter. Check the backer, check the backer. Shift. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
3rd and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the eye.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Pistol. 57, Mike, 57. All day. Hey, alert 33. 57. Go. Here we go.
Down Mayfield. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
You draw quarters.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bengals drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on deep.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Well, going in.